A lot of students say that junior year is the toughest year of high school, and it's also a crucial year leading up to the college application process. But with the right preparation, you can tackle it with confidence. Hey, it's Bo, your niche school counselor, and today I'm going to share a month-by-month breakdown of junior year in terms of the college application process. I know that it can feel like a lot goes into this process, but if you understand what you can be doing now as a junior, you will feel so much better once you start applying to colleges in the fall of your senior year. By the way, before we dive in, feel free to follow along with our official niche college application checklist, which you can find linked below. And you can even print this out and physically check off the items as you go through your junior year if you think that might help you. So let's go ahead and get started with the first few months of the school year. The start of the school year can feel like a time of adjustment as you settle in, but once you get into the groove, there are a few important things to focus on during these months to set yourself up for success. First things first, let's talk about test prep. In the past, SAT and ACT scores were like a must-have for college admissions, but since the pandemic, many schools have gone test optional and they've stayed that way. That means that the importance of this step is going to vary for different students. If you're applying to colleges that don't require the SAT or the ACT, you might not stress about this too much, but for others, this could still be a pretty big deal. For those of you who know that you will be taking the SAT or the ACT, or if you feel like you may need it, the fall of your junior year is an important time to create a study plan and start preparing for the PSAT. Scheduling and taking the PSAT in the fall of your junior year is an important part of the test prep in general, but it is also required if you want to qualify for the National Merit Scholarship Program. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just a program that recognizes and awards scholarships to high school students who are demonstrating exceptional academic achievement and potential, and it's based off your PSAT scores. The next thing you want to do during the fall is to start building your college list if you haven't already. You'll want to come up with about 5 to 10 colleges that you're really interested in. Take the time to do your research and think about stuff like location, the majors they offer, the campus vibe, and really whatever else matters to you. Also, if you're not sure how to choose, I have an entire video that is dedicated to helping you figure out how to choose a college. At this part of the process, it's important to keep things organized, and you can do that easily on your niche dashboard. Start adding colleges to your list and then return to your dashboard to narrow down your options. If you prefer, you can also use one of our niche college app organizers. We have an electronic version and a PDF version for those of you who prefer to handwrite your notes. All of those resources are linked below. Lastly, if there are any college fairs in your area during the fall of your junior year, I highly recommend checking them out. These fairs are a great chance to gather valuable info about different schools. Really take the time to chat with the reps from various colleges and ask them questions about their programs, their campus life, and student support services. It's really important that you make these connections with the admissions reps at the fair because usually these are the same reps who will be handling all of your college apps in future communications. Don't forget to bring a notebook or use your phone to jot down key points of each conversation. We also have a handy booklet that you can print off before you attend any college fair to help you keep track of everything. These notes will be super helpful when you evaluate and compare your options later on. Just remember to have fun as you go through the college fair and stay open-minded. You never know if you may find a great college or even a major that you didn't realize was out there. From February to June, you're getting even closer to the college app season. The first thing you should do is stay focused on your academics, make sure to prioritize your studies, stay organized, and don't hesitate to ask your support system for help when you need it. Developing good study habits and managing your time wisely is going to make a huge difference. Your academics play a huge role in college admissions, and junior year grades are often the most recent ones that the colleges will see. Even though you can apply to college without having a major picked out, you really want to take the time to research different majors and see which career paths that could lead you to. Give this aspect as much attention as you do to researching the actual college because your major will play a huge role in your college experience. The more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to make a decision that sets you up for success in your academic and professional future. If you're not sure where to start, I also have an entire video just dedicated to that. While you are doing your research and adding these colleges to your list, you should also be thinking about actually visiting the campuses if possible. Planning and signing up for campus visits or virtual tours if you have the chance to experience the campus firsthand. It gives you the chance to interact with students and faculty and get a better understanding of the educational environment and facilities. This will really help you choose the school that aligns with your interest and your goals. I've had students in the past who've removed their dream colleges from their list after a college visit. So even if you're dead set on one school, I do not recommend skipping this step in your search. As you're putting together your list, you'll have a better idea as to which colleges require standardized test scores for your application. If several of them do, or you want to stand out, I highly recommend signing up for the SAT or the ACT in the spring of your junior year. Whether a college requires test scores or not, a strong score can really boost your chances of getting in. By dedicating time and effort to prep for these exams, you can improve your knowledge, your skills, and your confidence, ultimately increasing your chances of getting in and thriving in college. Try to take the test early in the spring so that way you can decide whether or not you want to sign up for a retest. While you can technically still retest in the fall of your senior year, I really encourage you to knock it out before junior year is over. My seniors in the past who put this off were pretty stressed out studying and working on college applications at the same time. It was also stressful for them because they didn't know their scores and they were actually in the process of submitting their college apps. Before you head off for summer break, think about meeting with your counselor to go through your college list and your senior year schedule. Your counselor is there to help you make a smooth transition to higher education, so don't be afraid to ask for help. Finally, request your letters of recommendation before summer. Trust me, asking your teachers or counselors well in advance is a smart move. Not only are they going to appreciate your respect for their time, but they'll also have more time to write a thoughtful letter instead of rushing if you wait and ask them last minute for a letter. To get a really compelling and personal letter, it's a good idea to mainly reach out to teachers or mentors who know you well or who teach subjects that relate to your potential major. I also recommend asking your teacher or your counselor in person if possible. I can honestly say that when students were able to express to me in person how excited they were about a college or a major, I was then able to articulate that in the letter, and I was able to get more detail just simply because I had more information from the student. If you can't ask in person, then of course, email is okay. The email can go something like this. Dear Ms. Smith, start by reminding them when you took their class and explain why you enjoyed it. This is the time where you can tell them whatever stuck with you, whatever skill that you learned, or how much you appreciated the teacher. Remember, this is the time for compliments. I was in your class last semester for debate and I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot of public speaking and debate skills, and because of your class, I actually like public speaking and giving speeches in other classes now, which is something that I never thought I would ever enjoy. Next, you'll want to go into your future college or career plan and what exactly you're interested in or excited about. I truly believe that your debate class led me to look into political science as a major, and you really gave me the skills to see law as a potential career option. I am super excited about the political science program at Niche College. I instantly felt at home when I visited last year with my family, and now I want to join their community. Then you will want to just flat out ask for a letter of recommendation and give them a potential timeline if they are open to helping you. It could go something like this. I wanted to let you know all of that in the hope that you might be able to help me achieve my next goal. Would you consider writing a letter of recommendation for me? I will be applying this fall, and if you are able to write a letter, I would simply need it by September 15th, as the early decision deadline is in October, and I am hoping to gather all of my application materials before then. Then just end it with a closing and remember to say thank you, something like this. Please let me know if you are able to help, and thanks again. Sincerely, Bo. These recommendation letters give the admissions committee valuable insights into your character and your qualification. Typically, 2 letters are sufficient for colleges, while some accept 3 and others don't even require it at all. However, if you are applying to a competitive college and they don't require letters of recommendation, it is still highly advisable to submit one. Throughout the whole process, don't forget to show your appreciation to your recommenders. As we get closer to senior year and application season, July will be like a prep month. There are a lot of things to get ready and organize before college apps actually open up. One important thing to do over the summer is to search for scholarships. A lot of people think that applying for scholarships only happens during senior year, but that's not true. To give yourself the best chance, you should really start searching for scholarships well before and during your senior year. At Niche, we're always updating our scholarship pages with new opportunities, so you can start there and then explore other local organizations or community foundations in your area. My How to Pay for College video is linked in the timestamp, and that also has tips on how to find scholarships. Also, make sure to keep building your skill set and resume with relevant experience. Summer is a great time to take a break from academics and gain real-world experience while you explore your interest. Look for volunteer opportunities that align with your passions, or consider job shadowing someone in a field that you're considering for your future career. These experiences will not only boost your resume, but they'll also give you valuable insights and networking opportunities. And don't forget to keep track of your activities, your honors, and your achievements to help you create an impressive resume for college applications and future endeavors. If you want to stay one step ahead, you can actually create the resume or list all of your activities with a blurb describing them in more detail. This will be super helpful because when you apply to college, they'll ask you for a detailed list of activities, awards, accomplishments, and dates to go along with all of that. Most applications also have a section for you to include more context for your activities. If you choose to write out your blurbs, make sure to describe the activity in an action-oriented way with strong verbs. For example, instead of saying, "I was an academic tutor for students K through 8, you can say something like, "Over the past 4 years, I've tutored over 25 K through 8 students, helping them improve their reading abilities by 2 grade levels." The activities section of your college application takes a surprisingly long time, so getting a jump start on these descriptions will help you ease in. Another thing to do during July is to start narrowing down your college list to a manageable number of schools. It's really time to go beyond the websites and the brochures. Focus on gathering information from college visits and reviews from Niche. Think about location, size, academic offerings, campus resources, and extracurricular opportunities, and really overall how well the college aligns with your goals and aspirations. You may want to have a well-balanced list of reach, target, and safety schools that match your academic profile and your personal preferences. On average, most students apply to about 4 to 6 colleges, but keep in mind that it can vary. Next up, whether or not the colleges on your list have announced their essay prompts yet, it's never too early to start brainstorming. Think about significant experiences like challenges that you've overcome, moments of personal growth, or unique perspectives that have shaped your journey. Consider how these experiences have influenced your aspirations, your values, and your motivations. I have an entire video that is dedicated to writing college app essays that can help you once you've reached this step. Lastly, as you get ready to start your college app journey, it's important to think ahead and plan your finances. Before anything else, definitely talk to your parents or family members about who will be responsible for paying. Look into different sources of financial aid, anything like scholarships, grants, work-study programs, and student loans. Take some time to understand the financial aid application process, the deadlines, and the requirements. Before you arrive on campus, you'll also want to create a budget plan and explore strategies for managing some of the expenses like textbooks, housing, transportation, and your personal costs. By proactively planning, you can actually reduce some of the stress that comes with college expenses and ensure a smoother transition. This is the piece that often gets overlooked until after you finish your college applications, but I think it's important to consider if the colleges that you're applying to will be financially reasonable for you. I know it might have seemed like I covered a lot, but I can assure you, you are perfectly capable of balancing it all. Focus on one piece at a time if you're feeling overwhelmed. And remember, if you go into August of your senior year prepared, the college application process will go so much smoother. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.